Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate the company. Today's video is going to look at color, particularly PenBBS Purple Cloud, which is in these two pens here. I only have two Purple Cloud pens. I'm not necessarily a person who seeks out purple. It's a nice color, but I enjoy blue better. I'm just a blue guy. So what I put together here is a series of pens which I think are in the family similar to Purple Cloud, but with some differences. Frostfire is the color that comes to mind, and these three here, along with the pen stand, are in the Frostfire finish from PenBBS. I also thought Galaxy deserved a look at, so here's my only Galaxy pen, the 355. And then I have a nice purple resin here in this Signum pen, and then a Delight New Moon pen, which has a nice blue resin, which I think, again, is in this family. I have a lot of light coming in. I have sunlight. I have LED light, so hopefully that's going to bring out these colors and allow you to appreciate them. So these are definitely in the purple family. I think the 323 here on the bottom is more typical of what people expect from this resin. The 352 has a little bit more blue in it. So we're going to use the 323 in comparison to some of these other pens to give you an idea of the difference of the color. This is Frostfire in the 352, and it is definitely bluer, but it has that same type of chatoyancy. So this is these resins are probably made by very similar procedure. It's a clear resin with some dye in it, a purple dye or a blue dye or pigment, however they're coloring the resin, and then with some pearlescence also in the mix, which gives it that chatoyancy and changes the way that that resin looks as you rotate the pen through 360 degrees. So there, that example. These are two Frostfire pens from PenBBS. The classic, traditional, original pen, the 308 or 266 on the cap band, and the 480, which is kind of a newer edition. They had a pen in between these two, but it didn't survive long. And this resin is very consistent. It certainly is blue, and on occasion I may see a little green in it. And here's the pen stand in that same resin, a different form factor, so it takes on a little bit of a different look. The Galaxy, I thought maybe was in this family, but this has a very dark pigment in it. This is definitely not transparent at any stage, but it certainly is a very strong blue, and you can see the pearlescence here picks up that color quite well. So it has the same type of pearlescence in it, but it's a much darker resin and no transparency. The Signum is a great example of an Italian resin, which is very similar. The Signum pens were around in the 90s and maybe the early 2000s, and then they ceased production, and I was fortunate enough to buy a number in Pen Show, and I've done videos on them. I'll put a link in the description. So this is definitely even more purple than the Purple Cloud. And I just wanted to show that the resin is used by a number of different pens. Here's the Delight New Moon, and it has that same chatoyancy to it, and this is even in more blue than Frostfire. It's just interesting to put these resins and compare them and then see how they look and see how they look in a pen. I have been toying with getting a Pantone book of colors, but I just haven't found one that is worth the investment to me and would serve the purpose. I just like to get the primary colors, but we'll see. So I brought this red velvet pouch, which I think is very, very red in my eyes, just to give some color balance to these pens and something to relate to when we look at the color. So I've turned off the LED lights, and these are only diffused sunlight is coming in. So it's a different light hitting the pen and maybe producing a different image in the camera. The 323 definitely looks a little bit more purple in this light. And that's nice. But all of these pens have their own appeal to me. And the resins are very, very nice. And I really appreciate the resins that PenBBS uses. And they've taken resins that have been used for 40, 50 years and turned them into nice writing instruments. And that's what brings a smile to my face. So I've reached the end of this video. Thank you for tuning in. No writing. This is just a visual look at a resin that I've seen on Instagram a lot of people talk about. So I figured let's do a video and dive into the resin a little bit deeper and put it in comparison to some other resin. So you may have a very purple day if that's your great color. But whatever your color is, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy everything. Enjoy putting ink on paper with a writing instrument that you love and cherish and are happy, brings joy to your soul. So reach the end. We're going to say bye until the next video.